Wadau, rada, mko fiti, mko sambamba, mko swafi, asante sana. This is the fourth and the last episode kwa hii series tumekuwa tukideal nayo, and we have been trying to identify the problems in our country because we agreed kwamba the president is not really the problem in our country. There are problems in our system na tumekuwa tukijaribu kufanya nini? Tumekuwa tukijaribu identify those problems. Na in the first episode tulikuja tukaangalia the difference between economic growth na economic development, na tukasema kwamba what we really need as a country is economic development, because economic development is what is going to improve the living standards of every single individual in this country. And pia tukakuja tukadefine a country, people, law, government, hizo vitu zote. And in the second episode tulikuja understand the constitution. We went back and we learned the history of our constitution. Tukaelewa kwamba the constitution has 18 chapters, 264 articles, and if you decide to read an article a day, it will only take you 264 days to read and understand the constitution properly. And if you are a quick reader or you are an ambitious person, you can finish reading the entire constitution of the Republic of Kenya in the next 37 days. And in that episode, we also realized that the first problem our country faces is that the citizens of our country do not read and they don't seek to understand the constitution. People haven't read and they haven't understood the constitution because there are so many things, there are so many rights, the constitution has stipulated how people are supposed to be protected, how things are supposed to be done, but just because people are ignorant and they are not knowledgeable, they don't get to demand all those things from their leaders. And in the third episode, tulikuja tuka discuss what corruption really is. When we say corruption has happened, what do we mean by corruption? Tuka understand kwamba corruption is not just embezzlement of funds. Corruption is is a failure of rendering services, because when money is lost, it never gets recovered, and when the money is not recovered, the services that were meant to be rendered by the money that has been stolen will not be rendered anymore. And tumejua kwamba pia the budget has a fixed amount of money. So kama budget ilikuwa imeallocate a couple of billions of dollars to run a particular project or to service a particular institution, and pesa imepotea, it means the services will be denied. Na they have to wait until the next budget. So leo nataka tuangalie the responsibility of Kenyans, the responsibility of a president, the responsibility of your member of parliament, na tujue ni nani afanyi kazi yake. Ni president yafanyi kazi, ni MP afanyi kazi, ama ni mwananchi ndio ajui kazi yake ni gani na afanye kazi yake. Wadau, once again we have mzee mzima Oga Obina in the building wakiwa na Ng'ang'a Muigai, and without further ado, let's get after it.
Tuko drodro. Obina, Indo Kenyans wanafaa wajue, what is the difference between a finance bill and an appropriations bill? By the way, those are the only two things you need to know. Hiyo ndio kitu ya maana parliament inafanyanga. Wachana, by the way, ndio maana unaona hao MPs wanalia. Ni Ruto hana haja nao. Like the president only needs the MPs time wana make budget.
Na walisha make.
Usiulisha make hiyo tuonane hiyo next year.
As good as useless.
Kaeni na hiyo njaa, mtakuja tena next year mnegotiate.
What's the difference?
The difference is this. Appropriations bill ni mswada wa fedha. Hiyo ndio ina determine budget, hiyo ndio the budget, hiyo ndio bill ya budget. Finance bill ni mswada yenye inapeana mapendekezo, like inapeana suggestion ya ku-amend tax laws. Tunatoanga taxes gani? Excise duty, VAT, customs duty, those ones, right?
Yeah.
Like ni tu mabadiliko yenye itafanyika. So finance bill hata si important. It's not mandatory we have it. Kitu yenye wase wajuangi inafaa tuangalie appropriations bill. Nikushangaze this year nini ilifanyika? All the 290 MPs hakuna mwenye aliquestion hiyo appropriations bill. Sheria inasema appropriations bill ikikuja parliament, hiyo budget inafaa ikuwe na estimates of revenue na estimates of expenditure. Mbadi alitable estimates of expenditure. Not one single MP aliamka kusema no, it is unconstitutional. Why? Ruto knows they don't know. So wapeleke. What did Mbadi read in parliament this year? The CS for treasury anafaa kuja asome the estimates of revenue, anafaa tu kudefend your budget. But do you know what he read? Uende usome, hata by the way unaweza google hiyo kitu sahi, speech ya Mbadi anasema amekuja kusoma budget policy highlights. Na ukienda kwa Hansard, is it 241 to 42? It's deleted. Not one single MP did it. Ruto knows, they don't know. But shida yao ni nini? They don't know, they don't know.
They think they know.
No, they don't even think they know. They are okay with not knowing.
So venye sai tuko hapa blank ndo venye MP wetu wako.
See, MP ni nani? An MP is an average of the people of a constituency.
Oh man.
Do you know I like Luo people? Look at their MPs. The person who championed even for him mambo ya 844 na nini alikuwa anaitwa nani? Peter Castro Alo Aringo. Alikuwa anasemanga nini? Now he has the knife and he has the yam, he will cut. Like alikuwa anasemanga yani mwe ndio baba mwe ndio mama, he will cut. But right now in this dispensation, the people have the knife and they have the yam, they will cut. Wanaenda maandamano siku. By the way, tunaenda maandamano kila siku mpaka elections. Bora tu tuifanye hivyo kwa tunaweza fanya maandamano kila siku.
Aya. Since tuko na ma MP wenye pia wana twist solutions.
Steve Biko said the most potent weapon in the hands of the oppressor is the mind of the oppressed. So muuliza solution. Watu wasome katiba ndio hiyo. The most potent weapon in the hands of an oppressor is the mind of the oppressed.
Wakichanuka kuisha wewe.
As in, silaha ya maana sana yenye Ruto wako nayo ni akili ya watu wajinga. Hiyo ndio silaha pekee yenye serikali inakuaga nayo. The most potent weapon in the hands of the oppressor is the mind of the oppressed. Mnakuja mnaambiwa na sisi tumeamua hiyo bili itapita ama isipite. Kuna wewe niliona MP fulani juzi anasema ati alikuwa very emotional, I was so happy, I was like cry. Ati and it's so shameful that you would want even your name to be recorded like that on the Hansard, in the Hansard. We have passed bills for this president. We have done. I was like, why are you becoming a bitter girlfriend? You should be recalled because you are not supposed to pass bills for the president. The only thing you are supposed to do in parliament is pass bills for the national interest. By the way, kila kitu kwa hii katiba imesema everything will be done for national interest. You are confirming to us that you know what? You are bribed. Kama watu wangekuwa werevu wangekuwa recalled kitambo, but I said an MP is an average of the people in a constituency.
Wow, umetuita mafala.
Hapana, sijaita mtu yote fala. Sijaita mtu yote fala.
The president also said that wamekuwa wanachukua bribes. He said it open.
Yes.
Alafu wakakuwa offended.
In fact, let me tell you this. If Ruto bribed them, I did not blame Ruto. At MP ameenda State House. Where in this constitution is it said that the transaction of the country will happen in State House? That the transaction of the business of parliament will happen in State House. Wewe ulikuwa unaendea pesa ya nini? Obina, mtu akikupatia do, uweze sema una blame, you are blaming the president for giving you money. We should blame you for even thinking of taking it. Not taking it, thinking of taking it.
I think them going to State House to take money.
Where in this constitution did we say, by the way, let me tell you, Wakenya wanafaa kujua hivi, the most powerless office, I repeat, is the office of the president. President ni lobbyist. A lobbyist ni ule mtu mwenye anaenda like ni aje tufanyeni hivi. President ana lobby just like me and you. Inafaa president anaenda kubeg parliament. Uliona vile parliament ya Korea ilifanya? Ule president alienda paka akafanya nini? Aka unleash the army on the people. The MPs waliitisha a sitting with immediate effect. Na wakafanya nini? Wakamuimpeach. No MP should come and tell you Ruto is bad and they have article 125.
So wanatubeba ufala. Remember? They know what they do, what they need to do, but they are not doing it. Wanakama kwambia, so hii kutukana wanatukana president kwa marali, ni sinema wanatupiga.
Ni sinema. Mbaya sana.
Okay. Copied.
Remember, Article 1.2 of the Constitution says the people may exercise this power either directly or indirectly through their representatives. We have given you the power. Kura ni nini Obina? Kura, when you say tumepiga kura. Kura ni ruhusa. Tumekupatia ruhusa. Enda utumie jina yetu na nguvu yetu. Sasa tena unakuja kulia. Tukusaidie aje? My grandmother alikuwa anasemanga kitu fulani. Ukienda place alafu upigwe. So I had like a cousin of mine and a junior. Alikuwa anapenda kwenda kuchokozana. But then he had a very loud voice. I think that is the reason why alikuwa anaonanga ako safe. So alikuwa anaendaga kuchokozana but he can't fight. So anapigwa huko kwanza, their neighbors were Luo and you just know. Wameunga bila sababu, so they beat him. Unamsikilia huko kwa gate. Then my grandmother would ask you this. Kuna mtu alikufunga nyororo akakutoa hapo?
Nijipeleka.
So that's what we must ask the MPs. Kuna mtu alikufunga nyororo akakupeleka State House?
They're there for their self-interest.
Yes. Tunapiganga kura ngapi in 5 years? Tunapiganga kura mara ngapi in 5 years?
Since once?
No. We vote 6 times.
In 5 years?
Tunapiganga kura moja ya kisiasa na 5 za kiuchumi. That's how important the economy is, Obina. Moja tunapiganga sisi wenyewe directly. Umekumbuka article 2? Article 1.2 inasema nini? Either directly. The greatest public participation ni elections. People deciding. So usipo vote, you have voted. Because failing to vote is a vote.
Umechangia.
So after that, we give our representative power for these people to vote on our behalf. Every time appropriations bill inapita, inakuwa appropriations act. Hiyo ndio inaitwa budget. In short, MPs kazi yao ni kupiga kura ya kiuchumi vile inafaa. Every mwezi wa 6, every June. Because hiyo ndio the only bill yenye inatuaffectingi sisi wote. Whether uko Mandera, whether uko Lodwa, whether uko wapi, that is the only bill because nyinyi wote mnalipa tax. So if you don't know the constitution, how will you know that? The most potent weapon in the mind of the oppressor is in the hands of the oppressor, the mind of the oppressed.
Nchi ya watu wadogo. Bro, umetupatia lesson nyingine.
Na pia msiogope sana because Kenyatta alirule over 8 million people only. Unajua like walikuwa tu size ya Nairobi. Kenya yote ilikuwa 8 million. So tunaonaga Kenyatta alikuwa very powerful. Uko na watu 8 million na 6 million ni wajinga. Si utawarule tu. Yes, si ati tunawalaumu, wako wamesoma. Ndio tulikuwa tumepata tu uhuru, si ndio?
Yeah.
Moi by the time anatoka we were 29 point something million. Kibaki nani Uhuru by the time anatoka tulikuwa 49 point something million. Bro, sasa tunaenda 60 million. Tuko wengi.
in numbers.
Tuko wengi sana. So lakini sana noma ni if we do not know the constitution, na maanisha ni watu wengi wenye they are constitutionally ignorant. So unaona hiyo kitu yenye Gen Z ana feel enye mpaka millennials ameanza kufeel like ni aje nafaa kujui. Ajui ni nini, ajui tu like amebakisha one step alani constitution.
So well, what we've narrowed down in everything we have said, number one, we all need to read the constitution. There's a lot that we don't know. Number two, the problems we have solutions, and all their solutions are in the constitution. Number three, the president is not the problem.
Bunge.
Our members of parliament are enabling whatever we think the president is doing to happen. There's a lot of things that are being passed through the parliament and they're feigning ignorance. No wamenyamaza because wamesema the average
yeah, like an MP is the average of a constituency.
Of a constituency. So venye tuko ndio venye wako. Majority of them hawana idea chenye inafanyika, wako tu hapo tu kupitisha whatever. So if we want solutions, we need to start holding our members of parliament accountable. Hapo ndio inaanzia. Correct?
Yes. So kwa the social and economic pile imesema vijana. Sina kumwani nikwambia like wananchi wamegawanywa aje. Watu ni kina nani? Vijana Vision 2030 imesema vizuri sana because Vision 2030 inakuanga executed every 5 years, naitwanga MTP, medium term plans. Like it's let's say a 25 year plan but for midterm ni hizo 5 years. Bro, do you know it says in that the Vision 2030 that every constituency will have something that is called Youth Empowerment Center. Wewe ni msanii unajua KNT, si ndio? Unaona vile KNT inakaa? Hizo vitu kwa kila constituency inafaa ikuwe almost 3 times ya KNT. So that hawa watu wa bodaboda, unajua bodaboda si kazi. It was just part of ile yenye Kibaki alileta free education. Ndio hawa wengine wenye hawajasoma wapate job in the meantime before to think about anything. Wa kwanza wakuwe na job. But hiyo job ifai kuendelea. Bodaboda inafai kuwa means of transport ukienda kufanya kazi nyingine. Haifai kuwa kazi. Umeget? Sasa hii youth empowerment centers ilifaa kuensure watu wanataka kuendeleza masomo. Sema you drop out from 3 na nini. Na mko kwa constituency, you are enrolled there. Kama nyinyi mnataka we want to export skilled labor. Tunataka maid akienda majuu anaenda kana anajua stories za comp, anajua driving, anafanya nini. Ina happen hapo. Wasanii studio iko hapo, kila kitu iko hapo. Kama unataka kuorganize festivals kwa makaunti zenu, wewe umeona kaunti hata moja ikiadopt Ngemi Festival ama Luo Festival? None. Yet how many Luo counties do we have? 4. It means every county should have their own Luo festival. Na kwa sababu kazi ya national government ni kuprotect intellectual property, unani alianzisha Luo festival? Ni Jalas. Ana country inafaa yakishe Jalas is honored for that, for starting Luo festival, and for that matter inakuwa kwa kila county. Ngemi Festival inafaa ikuwe like, unajua si watu wa Migori wako na culture yao yenye ni umeget hivyo. So without these things inamina hawa watu watabaki wakiendesha bodaboda forever. Economic development ni watu wakuwe na time, energy and money. Kama hauna time, energy and money, just know the country is not developed. Unaona mtu anataka kwenda kuona game ya Harambee lakini hana do. Unaweza afford ticket ni 5 so lakini you need more than 2000 shillings kwenda na kurudi wewe na demi yako na nini. Ama uko na do na huna time. Ndio unaona tuna watch English Premier League. Watu wamejaa kila weekend because their economy is developed. Kuna time, kuna energy na kuna money. So yetu mahasla wengi wako wapi sasa mavijana? Uko na time, uko na energy lakini umesota. So what performance do you remain with? Sexual performance. You can only perform sexually.
True story.
Yes. Another indicator ya kuonesha economy ifanyi poa, umeona kuna interns wengi. Internship inamaanisha hakuna job. Because it is believed that mtu akitoka campus directly anafaa kuwa na job. So companies do not have the capacity to employ. So ndio past time ya watu wape internship.
Oh yeah.
Yes, that's an indicator that the economy is stagnant. Investors wengine wanatoroka Kenya. Unajua unasema investors wamehepa Kenya. We forget that some of those investors are Kenyans.
Bro, it's right under our noses.
It's right here. MP asiwahi kuja ujiulize kwa nini? Kwa nini unaonanga kuna profesa hapa, kuna nani, lakini bana MP mwenye wanamsuggest achaguliwe ameshinda nomination ya chama. Like yani kwa watu wote hii chama iliona huyu jamaa, because they know we need to pass laws, and to pass these laws we need blind people who we are sure they have sight.
Yes, man.
Yes.
All right. Odau, there you go. Mambo ni kama hayo. So yeah, we've learned a lot. Ng'ang'a has really taught us a lot, and in this episode tumeona the difference between the appropriations bill and the finance bill. Appropriations bill is what becomes the budget. The finance bill these are just suggestions. Yeah, pengine to raise more taxes, or to raise more revenue in a country. Tuongeze tax hapa, tufanye hivi pale, stuff kama hiyo. And what we've learned from Ng'ang'a is that we rarely pay attention to appropriations bill, na hapo hivyo ndio kuna mambo yote. Hapo hivyo ndio wame document how much money will go here, how much money will do this, hii department itachukua pesa ngapi, hii institution itakuwa supported, yaje stuff like that. And the other thing we have also learned here ni kwamba there is the difference between a president and a member of a parliament and a citizen. Na each of these three entities, should I say so, have their own responsibility. And in a democratic political system, the president does not have that much power, because the office of the president is just responsible for oversight. But the parliament has more power than the office of the president, because the parliament represents people. Because we are in a representative democracy, we have given our rights and we have allowed these members of parliament waende pale na wa represent interests zetu. So when they speak, it is us speaking through them. That is why the parliament is supposed to have that much power. But the problem is that the member of parliament is just as ignorant and outdated as a common mwananchi. If a common mwananchi has not read something, it is likely that the MP also is not aware of that particular thing, because Ng'ang'a has stated that an MP is an average of his constituents, which is so sad. Alafu pia we have to understand kwamba the reason why we have bad leaders or we have inefficient leaders is because leaders are a reflection of the society. And the reason why our leaders are irresponsible is because as a society, we are irresponsible as well. We don't really take time to pressure these so-called leaders to uphold what they promised us. Accountability yetu haiko, and that is irresponsibility. But saizi tukiamua kuwa responsible citizens, these people are going to change, because they know very well if they fuck up, if they mess around, it is their necks on the chopping board. So that is the difference. Alafu, just like Ng'ang'a amesema, I think the problem we are having first of all ni katiba, and the solution is tusome katiba. Let us learn and understand, let us read and understand the constitution. The second problem we have hapa hivi ni corruption. So what do? Let us ensure that we enforce consequences every single time someone does something that is harmful to the greater good of the society. Wadau, I hope you learned something in this episode. Imekuwa 4 long episodes about the real problem that we are facing as a country. Because I believe that the president, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, is not the problem. Kwa sababu saizi hata tukitoa huyo msee, we bring somebody else mwenye ako na good intentions and everything. Huyo msee Haezi perform car system is rotten. So we need to identify which parts of the system need to be rectified. And we are part of the system. Yes, citizens are part of the system. And we have seen that we are not playing our part. So if we play our part as citizens, we are going to fix the system that is oppressing the citizens. So in short, I'm trying to say that we, the citizens of this country, are responsible for what is happening to us. We are responsible for the oppression we are experiencing each and every single day. Wadau, that is all we had. I hope umeenjoy, umelearn, umekuwa entertained. Adios. Next time as a subscribe. Yeah.